splits. Alright, and we're back with yet another fantastic rewards build. I present to you the BumbleBee. Thumbnail. I don't suppose anybody's noticed that in every single thumbnail for Linus, it's as though he's taking one in the mouth or one in the back. It's actually quite big and heavy compared to the BBC Pro, which these are very, very similar. If you're wondering, why the red suit? It's so that my enemies don't see me bleed. Specs. Everyone wants to know the specs. So let's begin. Obviously, graphics card. A 4070 Ti Super. Fantastic little graphics card. Actually, during the build, it was the first thing to go in before motherboard, before anything else, because in this tiny little case, it has to go in first. Otherwise, you won't be able to get it in. CPU, we're going with a 12 core AMD. You know I don't like the Intels with all of their throttling and performance core balancing and all that sort of stuff. We just go with the hardcore. So 12 cores, it's a 7900X. Will go as quick as it possibly can given the cooling that it has, but obviously it will throttle down if it needs to. RAM 64 gigs, that is our new base standard. We won't go below 64 gigs. It's been established that newest games are starting to call for 32 plus, so it's unacceptable to have 32. Even though, my opinion, I think at the moment it's still a suitable amount of RAM for most people, but we'd like to go above and beyond now. Same with the storage. We have an M2, reasonably spec for speed. However, this one is 4 terabytes. Again, only my opinion. 2 terabytes is good, but we're going above and beyond, and I think that 4 terabytes is going to be our new standard across all builds. Now, if we could possibly have a look and compare the BumbleBee specs versus the upcoming Starforge PC, have a look at it. I would love to know which one people have a preference for. There's an email address which is comms@thecrimsonmarket.com. If you send me an email and say, hey, which one I like, maybe you'll get a free entry or something like that for an upcoming piece of equipment. What else to be said? Power supply, RAM, yeah, 64 gig. Power supply, platinum power supply in this thing. That's to keep the temps down as much as possible. We're going with a silent build. We're trying to keep the noise down as much as possible. However, you can't escape the fact that you need to cool your CPU and you need to cool your graphics card. So for now, we've omitted the case fans. If I find that during some of my further testing, if I find that it needs it, I'll probably add something in. But for now, it's a quiet build, which hopefully works out. I'm sure it will work out, but just on the off chance, we've got a couple of fans that are ready to be installed. Tell me that's shit hot, isn't it? Oh, I forgot the most important thing. Radio. We've got software-defined radio in this thing, courtesy of a USB dongle with various antennas available, so you can scan the radio waves and give it a voice. That's the whole point of it, but after all, BumbleBee only talks through the radio. Have a play with that. Great bit of kit, very fun. you get to learn a little bit about radio in that one.